Have you ever stopped to think that maybe your body isn't actually failing you? It's just not being supported in a way it understands, because most people today are doing everything they've been told is right. They take supplements, follow trends, try new routines, and still feel tired, inflamed, anxious, bloated, or just off. And what if the problem isn't a lack of effort? What if it's a mismatch? A mismatch between what your body truly responds to and what modern life keeps offering it. Because here's something most people don't realize. Not all healing is supposed to feel aggressive. Not all solutions are supposed to be complicated. And not everything powerful needs to come from a lab. Some of the most intelligent forms of healing have been quietly waiting in nature this whole time. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today. But stay with me. Because number 4 is something most people completely ignore, and it directly affects how your body handles stress on a daily basis. And number 10 may be one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory tools your body has been waiting for. Now, what you're about to see is not just a random list of herbs. These are plants that have been used for centuries inside Ayurveda, one of the oldest healing systems in the world, not to fight the body, but to work with it, to support digestion, to calm the nervous system, to restore energy, to reduce inflammation, to bring the body back into balance naturally. And here's the interesting part. Modern science is slowly starting to catch up. Researchers are now identifying active compounds, mechanisms, and effects that explain why these herbs have worked for so long, even without laboratories, technology, or modern medicine. So this isn't about choosing between ancient wisdom and science. It's about understanding that sometimes they've been saying the same thing all along, and in this video, you'll discover 10 Ayurvedic herbs that don't just help your body, they communicate with it in a way your system already understands. And the best part? Most of them are simple, accessible, and surprisingly easy to integrate into your daily life. So if you're someone who wants to feel better, not by forcing your body, but by finally supporting it the right way, consider subscribing, because here we don't chase complicated solutions. We return to what actually works. Now let's start with something simple, but more powerful than most people think. Number 1. Fennel, the seed that gently resets your digestion. Now let's start with something most people completely overlook. Fennel. At first glance, it seems almost too simple to matter. Just a small seed, mild taste, often treated like an afterthought. But here's the shift. In Ayurveda, fennel isn't just a seed. It's a daily tool for restoring digestive intelligence. Because many of the symptoms people normalize today, bloating, heaviness, gas, that uncomfortable pressure after eating, are not random. They're signals that your digestive system is struggling, not because it's broken, but because it's overwhelmed. And fennel works in a very different way than most quick fixes. It doesn't force digestion, it supports it. Traditionally, fennel seeds were chewed after meals to gently stimulate digestive enzymes and relax the gastrointestinal tract. And now modern research is starting to explain why. Fennel contains natural compounds like anethol, which help reduce spasms in the gut, ease gas buildup, and promote smoother digestion without irritation. So instead of silencing symptoms, it helps your body process food the way it was meant to. And the best part? It's incredibly easy to use. You can chew a small teaspoon of fennel seeds after meals, or prepare a simple tea by steeping the seeds in hot water for a few minutes. Warm, light, and surprisingly effective. No complexity, no overwhelm, just support. And here's something important to understand. Healing doesn't always begin with something strong. Sometimes it begins with something gentle enough for your body to finally respond. But if fennel helps your body digest better, the next herb goes a step further. It helps your system wake up. Number 2. Ginger. The warmth your body has been missing. Now, if fennel helps your body digest, Ginger helps your body come alive. Because sometimes the problem isn't just digestion, it's stagnation. That feeling of heaviness, sluggish metabolism, cold hands and feet, low energy that doesn't quite make sense. And most people don't connect this to one simple thing: lack of internal warmth. In Ayurveda, ginger is often called a digestive fire starter, not because it forces the body, but because it reactivates what's already there. For centuries it has been used to stimulate digestion, improve circulation, and help the body process food more efficiently. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Modern science shows that ginger contains powerful compounds called gingerols. These compounds have anti-inflammatory effects, support gut motility, and even help reduce nausea and digestive discomfort. So what ancient systems observed through experience, science is now validating through mechanisms. And the application? Simple. You can slice fresh ginger and steep it in hot water to create a warming tea in the morning. You can add it to meals, or even consume a small piece before eating to gently prepare your digestive system. It's not about doing more. It's about activating what's been dormant. Because when the body warms up, things start to move again. Digestion improves. Energy begins to rise. The system feels awake. And that's something most people are missing. Not stimulation, but activation. And if ginger helps activate your system, the next herb works differently. It helps rebuild what your body has been slowly losing over time. Number 3, amla. The fruit that rebuilds you from within now if ginger activates your system. Amla helps rebuild it. And this is where things start to shift. Because many people today are not just tired, they're depleted. Depleted from stress, from poor sleep, from constant stimulation, from years of giving more than the body can restore. And this is where amla enters differently. In Ayurveda, amla is considered one of the most powerful rejuvenating substances, not because it gives you a quick boost, but because it helps your body restore what has been quietly lost. It's often associated with longevity, vitality, and deep internal nourishment. And when we look at it through a modern lens, it makes sense. Amla is one of the richest natural sources of vitamin C, but not in an aggressive synthetic way. It comes combined with a complex network of antioxidants that help protect your cells from oxidative stress, which over time is one of the main drivers of aging, inflammation, and that subtle feeling of decline people struggle to explain. So, instead of masking symptoms, amla supports the body at a cellular level, helping the immune system respond better, helping the skin reflect internal health, helping the body recover more efficiently. And the application is surprisingly simple. Amla can be consumed as a powder mixed with water, as a juice, or even as part of traditional formulations. Small amounts, consistently. Because this is not about intensity, it's about restoration. And here's the deeper truth. What most people call aging is often just the body asking for support it never received. But even if your body is rebuilding, if your mind is overwhelmed, the system still struggles. And the next herb was designed exactly for that. Number 4, Brahmi, the herb that clears the noise in your mind. Now, even if your body is rebuilding, if your mind is overwhelmed, everything feels heavier. Because not all exhaustion comes from the body. Some of it comes from constant thinking, from overstimulation, from never truly slowing down. That feeling where your mind is always on, but never clear. And most people try to solve this with more stimulation, more coffee, more input, more effort. But Brahmi works in the opposite direction. In Ayurveda, Brahmi has been used for centuries to support memory, clarity, and mental calm. Not by sedating the brain, but by organizing it, helping thoughts feel less scattered, helping focus feel more natural, helping the mind return to a state of quiet awareness. And today, science is beginning to understand why. Brahmi contains active compounds called bacosides, which have been studied for their neuroprotective effects. They support communication between brain cells, help improve memory retention, and reduce the impact of stress on cognitive function. So instead of forcing focus, it removes the internal noise that was blocking it. And the application is simple, but powerful. Brahmi can be taken as a tea, a powder, or in supplement form, often in the morning, or during moments when clarity is needed most. But the real effect isn't just sharper thinking, it's something deeper. It's the feeling of being present again. Because when your mind becomes clear, your entire experience of life changes with it. But clarity alone isn't enough, because if your body is constantly under stress, it will keep pulling you back. And the next herb addresses exactly that. Number 5, Tulsi, holy basil, the leaf that protects your body. And your peace? Now, clarity is powerful. But if your body is constantly under pressure, it won't last. Because stress isn't just something you feel, it's something your body carries, in your breath, in your immune system, in the way your body reacts to everything around you. And this is where Tulsi enters differently. In Ayurveda, Tulsi is not just another herb. It's considered sacred, often grown at the entrance of homes in India, not only for its health benefits, but for the sense of calm and protection it brings. And that's exactly how it works in the body. Tulsi helps regulate the stress response, support the immune system, and reduce inflammation, all at the same time. It doesn't push your body in one direction. It helps it adapt. And this is where modern science aligns beautifully. Tulsi is classified as an adaptogen, a substance that helps the body respond more intelligently to stress. Studies have shown that it supports cortisol balance, has antimicrobial properties, and even helps protect the respiratory system. So while most people are trying to fight stress, Tulsi teaches the body how to handle it. And the application is simple, almost ritualistic. A warm cup of Tulsi tea, fresh leaves if available, even growing it at home. Because this isn't just about consuming something, it's about creating moments of regulation in your day, moments where your body feels safe again. And when that happens, everything starts to shift, because healing doesn't happen in a state of pressure. It happens in a state of balance, but not all healing feels calming. Sometimes the body needs something stronger, something that clears what shouldn't be there, and the next herb does exactly that. Number 6. Neem, the bitter truth your body might need. Now, not all healing feels comfortable, and that's something most people don't want to hear because we've been conditioned to associate healing with pleasure, sweetness, immediate relief. But in Ayurveda, there's a deeper understanding. Sometimes what the body needs most is exactly what the tongue resists. And that's where neem comes in. Neem is known for its intensely bitter taste, and for many people that alone is enough to avoid it. But that bitterness carries a purpose. In traditional Ayurvedic practice, neem has been used to purify the blood, support skin health, balance blood sugar, and help eliminate unwanted microbial activity in the body. It's not a gentle support herb, it's a clearing herb. And modern science reinforces this. Neem contains powerful bioactive compounds with antimicrobial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory properties, which helps explain why it has been used for centuries in everything from skincare to oral hygiene to metabolic support. So instead of adding more into the body, neem helps remove what shouldn't be there. And that shift alone can change everything. Because many symptoms people struggle with, skin issues, fatigue, internal imbalance, are not always about deficiency. Sometimes they're about accumulation. And the application? It requires respect. Neem can be consumed as a tea or powder, used in small controlled amounts, or applied topically depending on the goal. This is not about excess, it's about precision. Because neem reminds us of something important. Healing is not always sweet, but it is always intentional. But once the body begins to clear, it needs something else, something that stabilizes it from within. And the next herb is known for doing exactly that. Number 7, ashwagandha, the root that teaches your body to handle stress. Now, once the body begins to clear, it needs something else. Stability. Because you can improve digestion, you can support your mind, you can even cleanse the system. But if your body is constantly in a state of stress, it will keep pulling you back. And the truth is, many people today don't just experience stress, they live in it. It becomes their baseline. Tension in the body, restlessness in the mind, difficulty sleeping, that constant feeling of being on edge without a clear reason. And this is where ashwagandha becomes different from almost everything else. In Ayurveda, it's considered a rasayana, a rejuvenating herb used to restore strength, resilience, and vitality over time, not instantly, but deeply. And modern science now gives us a clearer picture of how it works. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen that helps regulate cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Studies show it can reduce anxiety, improve sleep quality, and support overall nervous system balance. So instead of numbing stress, it retrains your body's response to it. And that changes everything, because when your nervous system feels safe, your body finally shifts out of survival mode. Digestion improves, hormones begin to regulate, energy becomes more stable, sleep becomes deeper. And the application? Simple, but consistent. Ashwagandha can be taken as a powder, often mixed with warm milk or water in the evening, or in capsule form for convenience. But this is not a quick fix. This is recalibration. Because healing doesn't happen when your body is fighting, it happens when your body feels safe enough to repair. But even with a stable nervous system, your body still needs to release what it's been holding on to, and the next herb helps do exactly that, in a way most people don't expect. Number 8, Punarnava, the herb that helps your body release what it no longer needs. Now, even with a calmer nervous system, many people still feel heavy, not just emotionally, physically. That subtle swelling, water retention, a feeling of fullness that doesn't go away, the sense that your body is holding on to more than it should. And this is where Punarnava becomes incredibly powerful. In Ayurveda, its name literally means the one that renews again. And that already tells you everything. Punarnava has been traditionally used to support fluid balance, reduce swelling, and help the body eliminate excess accumulation, not aggressively, but intelligently. Because the body isn't designed to hold on forever, it's designed to circulate, process, and release. And when that flow is disrupted, heaviness begins. Modern research supports this traditional use. Punarnava has shown anti-inflammatory properties and potential support for kidney function and fluid metabolism, two key systems involved in how the body manages retention and internal balance. So instead of masking the sensation of heaviness, it addresses the mechanism behind it, helping the body move again. And the application? Simple, but intentional. Punarnava can be consumed as a tea or powder, often used consistently over time rather than occasionally. Because this is not about forcing elimination, it's about restoring rhythm. And when the body regains that rhythm, something shifts, the swelling reduces, the pressure eases, the body feels lighter, more fluid, more alive. And here's the deeper insight. Sometimes healing isn't about adding more. It's about finally letting go. But once the body begins to release, it needs protection, something that strengthens it from within. And the next herb is known for building exactly that kind of resilience. Number 9, Guduchi Chiloi, the vine that rebuilds your resilience. Now, once your body starts to release what it no longer needs, there's one thing it begins to ask for next: strength. Not the kind that looks strong on the outside, but the kind that feels stable on the inside. Because many people today don't feel resilient. They feel sensitive to stress, to changes in routine, to lack of sleep, to small imbalances that quickly turn into bigger ones. And this is where Guduchi stands out. In Ayurveda, Guduchi is known as a powerful, rejuvenating herb, one that supports longevity, immunity, and overall vitality. But more than that, it's associated with resilience, the ability of the body to respond, adapt, and recover. And modern science is starting to validate this ancient perspective. Guduchi has been studied for its immunomodulatory effects, which means it doesn't just boost the immune system, it helps regulate it, supporting a balanced response instead of an exaggerated one. It also contains antioxidant compounds that help reduce inflammation and protect the body from cellular stress over time. So instead of pushing your system harder, it makes your system smarter, and the application consistent, grounded, and simple. Guduchi is often consumed as a decoction, powder, or in herbal formulations, not as a quick fix, but as a long-term ally, because resilience isn't built in a moment. It's built through repetition, through support, through giving the body what it needs to feel stable again. And when that stability returns, something changes. You stop feeling fragile. You stop reacting to everything. You start feeling anchored. And that's when real healing begins. But there's one last herb, one that connects everything we've talked about: inflammation, aging, energy, and recovery. And it might be the most powerful one on this list. Number 10. Turmeric, the golden root that speaks to your entire body. Now, after everything we've explored, digestion, clarity, stress, cleansing, resilience, there's one herb that quietly connects all of it: turmeric. And the interesting part is, most people already know it, but almost no one truly understands it. Because turmeric isn't just good for inflammation, that's the simplified version. In Ayurveda, turmeric has been used for centuries as a powerful tool for purification, protection, and balance across the entire body, not targeting just one system, but supporting many at the same time. And now, modern science is finally catching up. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which has been widely studied for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. But here's what makes it different. Inflammation isn't just one problem. It's behind joint pain, digestive issues, brain fog, fatigue, skin problems, and even accelerated aging. So when you support inflammation at its root, you're not solving one issue. You're influencing many, and that's why turmeric feels so powerful. Not because it's aggressive, but because it's comprehensive. And the application? More accessible than most people think. You can use turmeric in cooking. Prepare a warm, golden milk with spices. Use it as a tea, or take it in supplement form, ideally combined with black pepper to enhance absorption. Simple habits, repeated daily. Because this is not about intensity, it's about integration. And here's the deeper truth. The most powerful healing tools are often not hidden. They're familiar, so familiar, that we stop seeing them. Now, if you step back and look at everything we've covered, you'll notice something important. These herbs don't work like quick fixes. They don't override your body. They don't silence symptoms instantly. They do something more intelligent. They support. They regulate. They restore. They communicate with your body in a language it already understands. And maybe that's what's been missing all along. Not more control, not more force, but more alignment. Because your body is not confused. It's responding to what you give it, to how you live, to how you treat it. And when you begin to offer it the right signals, everything starts to shift. Not all at once, but consistently. And that's where real healing happens. So now I'm curious, Which of these herbs surprised you the most? And which one feels like your body might actually need right now? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one. If this video helped you see your body in a different way, take a moment to like it. And if you want more content like this, where ancient wisdom meets modern understanding in a way that actually makes sense, subscribe to the channel, because sometimes the answers you've been looking for were never far away. You just needed to see them differently.